George Clooney introduces himself as Amal's husband at Variety's Power of Women event. George Clooney is a class act. The icon introduced himself at Variety's Power of Women event as Amal's husband on Friday before delivering an emotional speech ahead of presenting the night's award to Parkland shooting survivor Emma Gonzalez. The debonair actor's better half was across the country at the time, delivering the keynote speech at the Pennsylvania Conference for Women. Clooney, 57, took the stage in a gray suit at the Beverly Wilshire Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills following 2017's Funny Girl Tiffany Haddish. "You know, I'm 57 years old and I know better than following Tiffany Haddish," the Oscar winner joked. He then went on to introduce himself in the most appropriate way, considering the crowd. "Hi, I'm George, I'm Amal Clooney's husband," he quipped. Over the laughter of the crowd, he added, "Oh, I know, I can read this room." Meanwhile, Amal, world-renowned human rights lawyer, was in Philadelphia to headline the women's conference. The couple tied the knot back in 2014 after decades of the A-lister being Hollywood's most eligible bachelor. They have 2 children together, 1-year-old twins Ella and Alexander. After a few laughs with the crowd, the Gravity star launched into a powerful speech about fear in America. The philanthropist was there to present an award to honoree Parkland, Florida, shooting survivor Emma Gonzalez. "Listen, it's an honor for me to be here today to give the award to the fearless Emma Gonzalez," the star said from the podium. "She's fearless." Gonzalez, 18, became a high-profile and fierce advocate for gun control in the wake of a mass shooting at her high school, Marjory Stoneman Douglas, in February. "We are living in a time where fear is our stock in trade," the actor said. "Fear of Muslims, fear of immigrants, fear of minorities, fear of strong women. And, because of our government needs us to be afraid, the question is, are we really going to be scared of all the things that actually make America great?" Clooney, a staunch human rights advocate, continued, "If the answer is yes, then we're going to have history to answer to, because these are the ideas that are going to define us for generations." Speaking of the current state of politics and culture in the U.S., the actor touched on several hot-button issues. "When you call an entire religion your enemy, you might very well make an enemy out of an entire religion. And, when you tell a whole race of people that you value them less, you can't be surprised when they question your values." He then referred to Drive Christine Blasey Ford and her accusations against newly sworn-in Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. "And when you tell women that coming forward to testify about their abuse is a joke, then you don't be shocked when they're standing on your lawn laughing on November 7th. The actor then pivoted to Gonzalez, who he was there to honor, calling her an overnight expert on gun violence after being the victim of a senseless massacre. After the shooting, George and Amal donated $500,000 to the March for Our Lives movement, which was started by Gonzalez and her fellow survivors. For 6 minutes and 20 seconds, the same time it took someone to take 17 innocent lives, Emma Gonzalez stood in front of 800,000 people and she forced us to listen, Clooney said. Adding, "Not to her words, there are none. How could there be? She made us listen to her heart." The teen took the stage and lightened the mood a bit by correcting Clooney's count of the attendees during the March for Our Lives rally. "More like a million," she joked. "Not trying to brag, you know. Size doesn't matter," she said to a room of laughter. The laughter quickly ebbed and transformed into a more sober mood as Emma was brought to tears during her acceptance speech. "Nothing made sense in those days, except for the fact that there was nothing to stop this from happening to anyone in a country with practically no gun safety laws," she said. "To each of you powerful women I say this, you know that you are forces to be reckoned with." She added, "You can and have inspired peace and understanding, and most importantly right now you can inspire your audience to vote."